Ladies and gentlemen, gather around as we delve into the enigmatic world of late-night television, a realm where the luminaries of wit and humour vie for the ephemeral adoration of a fickle audience. Among these titans stands Conan O'Brien, a man of towering intellect, a raconteur of rare prowess, and a comedian who, for many, redefined the genre. This Harvard-educated maestro of mirth possessed a gift so profound that it often left one wondering if his comedic brilliance was divinely ordained. In the annals of late-night lore there exists a tale, a veritable parable of modern entertainment, the tale of two Conans. The first Conan, the Conan of yore, was a beacon of self-deprecation, a luminary whose humour was as disarming as it was incisive. This Conan wielded self-ridicule not as a shield, but as a scalpel, deftly peeling back the layers of human absurdity with a grin that bespoke both humility and supreme confidence. His laughter was an invitation, a shared camaraderie that bridged the chasm between stage and audience, turning the cold, impersonal glow of the television screen into a warm hearth of communal mirth. But, as with all great narratives, there lurked a darker subplot. Enter the second Conan, a doppelganger whose humour took on a harder, more caustic edge. This Conan seemed to operate under the grave misapprehension that the zeitgeist demanded a shift from the endearing to the acerbic, from the self-effacing to the sardonic. Herein lies the tragedy. In attempting to adapt to what he perceived as the audience's evolving tastes, Conan O'Brien lost sight of the very essence that had made him so beloved. The transition was not just a shift in comedic style. It was a metamorphosis that saw the beloved jester become an unwitting harbinger of alienation. The self-deprecating Conan, whose gentle mockery of himself was a mirror for our own follies, was supplanted by a Conan whose sarcasm and biting wit felt at times uncomfortably mean-spirited. The result was a palpable disconnect, a growing chasm between the man on stage and the audience who had once adored him. To witness this unravelling was to experience a profound sense of loss. It was akin to watching a cherished friend succumb to the pressures of a world that demanded he be something he was not. The Conan we loved was the one who could laugh at himself, who could turn a moment of personal embarrassment into a universal joke, drawing us all into a circle of shared humanity. The Conan we got was a man seemingly adrift, grasping at a form of humour that felt dissonant and, ultimately, hollow. And then, as if this narrative needed a cruel twist, there was the debacle with Jay Leno. The Leno debacle, a fiasco of such magnitude that it could only have been concocted in the fevered imaginations of network executives blind to the very essence of what makes late-night television resonate. The ignominious tussle for The Tonight Show, a stage once graced by the likes of Johnny Carson, became a public spectacle, a theatre of absurdity that left O'Brien battered and bruised. The fallout from this debacle did Conan's mental health no favours. One could argue that the psychological toll of this high-profile betrayal exacerbated his departure from the comedic style that had endeared him to millions. Conan, the genial jester, became Conan, the embittered satirist. The transition was not merely a change in tone. It was a descent into a darker realm, a place where the laughter was tinged with a bitterness that felt alien and uncomfortable. In these reflections I find myself near tears, mourning the loss of a comedic genius whose potential was marred by the vicissitudes of an industry that thrives on fickleness and caprice. Conan O'Brien's mistake was not in his comedic experimentation, but in his underestimation of the deep, abiding love that his audience had for the true Conan. The Conan who laughed with us, who shared our absurdities, who made the world a little less daunting with his humour. As we stand at the twilight of this tale, let us remember the lessons it imparts. Let us cherish the moments of genuine connection, the shared laughter that binds us in our common humanity. And let us hope, against hope, that one day the true Conan will return, bringing with him the warmth, wit, and self-deprecation that made him a legend. For in that return, we may find not just the revival of a beloved figure, but a reaffirmation of the very essence of what it means to connect, to laugh, and to be human.